What's going on, everyone? It is Alex Dixon, your trusted realtor, and we are here for another YouTube video. Guys, I know it's been about 2 weeks since I posted my last video, but we have a good video for today. This is the community for all buyers, sellers, investors, and even if you are an expiring agent, this may be the video that you want to tune into. So get your popcorn, get your notebook ready because your girl is going to be dropping tea. I have to give you all the information that you need to know to help you prepare to be great. All right, guys, so if you're here, you already read the title to this video. Why is being a realtor so expensive? So we are going to go over a detailed breakdown of the expenses of being a realtor. I don't remember every cost, but I will try to get there as much as I can. I'll try to give you as much as I can. So in order to become a realtor, you have to take a pre-licensing course. And I believe that's nationally, but in the state of North Carolina, you have to take a pre-licensing course. And what do you have to do? You have to pay for that pre-licensing course. For my school, I paid $499 for my course, I believe. So you do have that cost, and you do have the additional cost for paying for the book of that class. I believe the book was about $50 additional. So we're already $550 in before I even become a real estate agent. Crazy, right? So you take the class. If you pass the class, you breeze right on through and sign up to take the national and state test. Unlike me, I did not pass the class the first time, so I had to pay, I think, half the price of what I paid for the first class to take the class again. So I paid about, I think, $250 for the second class. Passed the second class, got to the national and state test. Well, you want to make sure that you're prepared because that test is one of the hardest tests that you will take. And I promise you, it's very, very hard. Some people pass the first time, some people don't. You want to make sure that you are taking prep courses to help you prep for that exam. If you need like a self-guided course, or if you need that one-on-one guidance on how to prepare for that test, you want to invest in the course. And I think that can range you between $50 to $100 depending on where you go to take your course. Pay for that, that's $50. And then I had to actually pay to take the national and state test. Yes, you have to pay to take the test. You're like, well, you just paid for the class, so the test should be. No, you have to pay to take the test. I was able to pass the national test on my first try. National and state, I was able to pass on my first try. So let's kudos to that. And I would say that test was a lot easier than the actual class test, but I'll talk about that in another video. The next thing is, you got to pay for your license, right? You pass the test, you got to pay to get that license. And I can't remember how much it was in North Carolina. I think it's about $50. I don't know how much it is from the start, but yeah, you can already see where we're at. We're probably about $700 in already before you even start practicing real estate. You've taken your pre-licensing course, you've studied for the national and state test, you've taken the national and state test, you pay for your license. Where are we now? Can we start making money? Because a lot is coming out of my pockets at this point. Well, no. In order to practice real estate, you have to hang your license with a brokerage. Yes, you are known as a provisional broker. So therefore, you need a broker in charge to be able to supervise you in your real estate journey, your real estate transactions. They really make sure that you are well guided and taken care of, your first year in real estate, shall I say. So yeah, you have to hang your license with a brokerage. Well, you know how you start a job and it's free to start a job? Well, no. As a real estate agent, you are known as an independent contractor. So therefore, you're paying to join that brokerage. And we're going to do a whole separate video on, making sure you choose the right brokerage because you're investing into your real estate journey and your real estate career. You've already kicked out a lot of money, so you want to make sure you're making the right decision up front. So there is an onboarding fee to sign up with your brokerage, and that fee can vary. I think my onboarding fee was $149. Well, now you're a part of a brokerage. Can I start practicing? Can I start making money now? Is it time? No. In order to become a realtor, you have to join the National Association of Realtors. Okay? You have to join that to become a realtor. So you have a real estate agent and you have a realtor. You have to pay. You can either pay that quarterly, you can pay it annually, you can pay it semi-annually, whatever it is that your association in your area offers, you have to pay that. And that can run you $500 to $1,000 a year. Can I now become a realtor? Like, is it okay for me to become, like, can I practice? Can I sell my home yet? No, you cannot. Why? Because you have to join an MLS. You have to join the multiple listing services so that you are able to view the listings in your area, right? In your area. Now, that can run you anywhere between, I would say, like, probably $500 to $1,000, depending on your area. So this is all up front. Before you start making money, yes, you're going to be kicking out a lot of money. So, like I said, let's rewind, because I know we already talked about the pre-licensing, and once you get your license, let's talk about joining the brokerage again. So you have to onboard with your brokerage, right? You have to join the Realtors Association. You got to join the MLS. You got to pay to view those listings, right? Okay, so I have everything I need to have. Can I just start practicing? Well, depending on the brokerage you join, if they offer any training, I know if you're going for that 100% commission where you don't have anything out of your commission taken out of your commission checks, you may not have training. So you might have to pay for trainings. So you got to take those costs into account. Now, my brokerage offers about 50 trainings a week to get you started. Like, we have fast track programs. We have training galore. Okay, so you already ready. You can literally start practicing real estate like in 2 weeks if you want to. If you are the scholar, yeah, you can go ahead and get it done. You got to think about your business cards. Does your brokerage offer your business cards? You have to think about your signs, all your marketing material. You want to have that ready so that when you start getting your leads and people are ready to sell their home or people are ready to buy a home, you're already ready to go. You're ready to start marketing. You have everything that you need. So you got to think about those costs too. Well, now, okay, I'm good. Like, I don't got to spend no more money. No. I'm sorry, but it's so wrong. You have to think about branding and marketing. And that is one of the key tools in today's market of real estate. There are so many realtors across the nation in your area. There are a lot of realtors that they're joining every day. And you want to make sure that you're at the top. You're at the top of the food chain. You know your stuff. You're knowledgeable. You have to be able to invest into yourself. So branding and marketing is top. It's top. Your brokerage is not going to pay for your photo shoots, your headshots. So you have to pay for that. You could be looking at anywhere between $80 to $200 for your first few headshots. And not even to mention, like, if you don't have like a lot of business wear, or if you need to change your look for your photo, you got to clothes, shoes, makeup, all that. And that can vary between what your taste is, what you're looking for, what market you're trying to engage. That stuff costs. So you got your branding, your photo shoots, you got, what you're wearing, how you look, how you are investing to yourself to make people feel, right? So you do have your trainings that you have inside of your brokerage, but if you want to be a great realtor, you probably are going to take some outside courses, some outside trainings, networking events, and you may have to pay for those because you want to meet other realtors in your area that are doing things that you want to do. And another thing that I forgot to mention, you have to think about your privilege license. You have to pay up front, like a privilege tax license, to be able to practice real estate. In North Carolina, for me, that is $50. So that's $50 every single year, right? So that first year, those are all the costs. Now, depending on your brokerage, they may have a timeline on, like I told you, you're a provisional broker until you take the remaining post-licensing courses. And with your brokerage, they may have a specific time frame on when they want you to have those courses complete, right? It could be 6 months, it could be 18 months, 12 months. You literally have 18 months in North Carolina to take those courses. But for your brokerage, they're going to have a different timeline. They're going to say, I need you to get that done in 6 months, right? So you got 3 post-licensing courses. My post-licensing courses were $200 a piece. And there were 3 of them, right? Yeah, there's no like end of test that you have to pay for, but each of those courses, those were $600 worth of courses. Then at the end of your year 1, you have to come back around and you have to pay to renew your license and renew your privilege tax license. So that is, to renew your license is $45, and to renew your privilege license is always going to be $50 in North Carolina. And that is just some of the expenses it is to being a realtor. Not to mention, if you want to join other MLSs, you have to pay. Each MLS you join could cost you thousands of dollars each year, $100 to $1,000 each year. So you want to make sure that when you get into real estate, you know what you're getting into. You're probably, the first year, just the ballpark, you're probably going to spend $4,500 to $5,000 in that first year just on your business. Now, if you're making money, if you're getting those commissions, you're selling deals, you are completing your transactions, you're getting commission checks, you got to think about taxes. Because as an independent contractor, you don't have your taxes taken out of your commission check, right? You have to save and you have to pay your tax. You're responsible. You need to make sure you get an accountant, which you got to pay your accountant to have to manage your money. You got to make sure you have an accountant to be able to manage your money. And then you got to save a certain percentage of that check to be able to pay your taxes. The more money you make, the type of audience you are connecting with, you're even going to spend more money. Let's talk about listings. As a buyer's agent, you're not going to spend too much money, but listings, you're going to have to spend some money. Because with your listings, you have to make sure that you get it sold. You know, we were in this market where you put the house on the market and it's going to sell itself, basically. But now the market is shifting. So you're going to have to put a little bit of money into your listings. So what do we have to do with listings? We got to pay for photography and videography. That's very expensive. Staging if you need to. And I always recommend staging the home because you don't want to have the home fitted towards the seller and people are coming in to envision themselves in a home. So you want to make sure that you have nice decor. The home is staged, okay? Landscaping, if maybe your seller can't afford to do that, and you may offer that as a realtor, your realtor service or part of your realtor package in order to get that listing. You got to pay for measurements depending on the size of the house. It can run you from anywhere from $80 to hundreds of dollars. Floor plan drawings, yes, you have to spend some money. You have to pay for your flyers, your open house, any snacks that you have in the open house, for your social media, everything for that listing. You are responsible to market that listing and to get it sold. So you got to spend some money there. So you got to make sure that to get in real estate, if you're like, I want to become a realtor this year and that's my goal, I would say you probably want to have about $8,000 to $10,000 saved up. And what I mean by that is, of course, you want to have your real estate expenses up front, but then you also have to think about your life expenses, because just because you're a realtor, you still got bills, you still got other stuff that you have to take care of. You may like to travel. You got to have a little buffer because it is very expensive. And honestly, in real estate, you probably more than likely won't get your first deal for a while. And to get paid, it probably takes 30 to 45 days before you even see a check after you get the property under contract. So these are things to think about, to keep in mind when you're thinking about becoming a realtor. overall, it is amazing to join the great world of realtors, but it is very expensive. So I hope I have gave you a wealth of information to be able to help you in your saving journey so that you can get in the game and you don't spend all your money and you don't have to quit being a realtor because it's so expensive. You're already prepared. You already know what it is that you need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you please like this video, comment. I'll read my comments. Let me know any questions that you have, anything that I missed. Say, hey, what about this? I heard about this. I will be glad to answer that in the comments. All right, talk to you later.